my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Keep my son's name out your mouth. Listen, when I'm asked a question about your son, I will give an honest answer. Constructive criticism, nothing personal at all. Get over it, Big John. You're on about kicking me up the arse when you see me. You won't be kicking anybody. You won't come near me. You'll probably come and shake my hand, and I hope you do, because I ain't got any beef with you. But if you want to go down that road of threatening and being stupid and you're a big hard man, since you've been out of the nick, you've not had a fight with anybody. Remember a guy called Mickey Theo? There's a couple of others as well. But Porky Russ, on Porky's Corner, put a big few banners up, didn't he, around Manchester for 18 months. An 18-month campaign calling you out to fight Mickey Theo for charity. You went silent. The big hard man, 100 hour on the hard road, the fighting man. Didn't want to fight. Didn't want any of that smoke. So, pipe down. So yeah, it's interesting because he did the interview on Boxing Social, and Boxing Social actually took the post down. It was down for a couple of hours. They edited it and then put it back on. So why Boxing Social taking clips down, editing it, chopping bits out, and then putting it back on? Who's had a word? It's very strange. Michael Benson, he's also done a tweet, and then that got taken down as well. So I don't know. He's upsetting someone. He's been told, and he's had his wrist slapped. He's there with his Saudi Arabia T-shirt on, doing this interview on Boxing Social, and it's like, is he upsetting people over there? Has Tyson looked at it and thought, hang on a minute, you can't say that? Someone from management, someone higher has said, we don't like what you're saying, we don't like the way you're behaving, so let's edit it. So it's very, very strange. Listen, if you've got to say something about the Cobra and you want to put it on the Cobra, then put it on there and just be true to your word and leave it up there. Don't start taking it down and editing it, because, you know, we're all men, we've all got an opinion, and we can all take it on the chin, or can we? You're now calling out Mike Tyson.
Don't you worry about that. And if I'm wrong, me and you'll fight straight after.
Yeah!
Yeah, man! Yeah, me and the great man! Whatever the outcome, me and you'll fight.
All day, baby.
Get on there, my brother.
What gives you, how big is your ego to call out Mike Tyson? What makes you think that you deserve to share the ring with an all-time great like Mike Tyson? You said you're a fighting man. I'll fight anybody. Now you're saying you won't fight anybody, but you'll fight Mike Tyson. It's ridiculous. So there's absolutely no beef, no agenda, no problems. Big John, can we go out for a pint of Guinness? A couple of pints of Guinness. Hug it out and be friends. I don't want to fall out with you. I don't want to fall out with anybody. I've said a few things about your son. You're defending your son. I get it. Right. Tyson Fury. Let me end it on a positive note. Tyson, I think, is on the slide. I said positive note, and I'm saying he's on the slide. But listen, he's in his 30s, mid-30s. He's slowing down. He used to throw 50, 60 feints around. He's now throwing 15 feints around. He's been dropped 5 times in his last 70 rounds. A few interesting stats for you. 4 there by Wilder. So he got dropped 4 times by Wilder, and he got dropped by Francis Ngannou. He went down really heavy, but he was on the floor to a guy making his pro debut. So we've got to question where Tyson Fury is with his career. Where is he with his mindset, his desire, his ability now physically going forward? Can he become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? We certainly hope so. We're going to find out in just over 2 weeks. Listen, I'd love it if he won the unification fight, the undisputed heavyweight title fight, because that keeps the belts in Britain, and that sets up an all-British affair, potentially with Anthony Joshua, potentially with another rising British stars who are coming through. You've got Daniel Dubois as well. I mean, it opens doors for British boxing. I've got nothing against Usyk. Usyk is brilliant. He's absolutely pure class. And if he wins, great. But I'm behind Tyson Fury, and there's no hard feelings or animosity or agenda or jealousy or any of them things. And like I said, John, let's get together. Let's have a handshake, hug it out, and just be men about it. Stop with the jive talk. It's unnecessary.
Those are the words of Carl the Cobra Froch. And some things I want to point out. Carl didn't mean anything by it. Carl is just being Carl. Carl's critical about people, and it just shows you that, you got thin skin coming from Big John. Also, the second thing that really raised my eyebrows is the fact that they did take it down for a while. Shout out to one of my favorite source guys, Michael. And Michael was like, hey, because I clicked on it because I seen him like, "Arr!" You know. I seen the thumbnail, and it, you know, it was like, you know, you seen, you know, John Fury do all this, that, and the other, but then it's like, okay, I click on it and it said, hey, it's been removed or blocked, and I was like, okay, this is crazy, or private, I think it was. So then they put it back up. So I was thinking, okay, what did John say that required them to take it down and chop it and edit it and, you know, make it look more friendly or whatever? He might have went, you know, gung-ho a lot harder than I seen it, because I seen the edited version of it, you know. And then Carl Froch responded to that like, look, if you're going to say something to me, say it to me. And I'll say, and I'll tell you guys why, okay, is because AJ did some similar shit to Carl. Remember when Carl Froch went at AJ? And then AJ called Carl Froch 3 or 4 times and then sent a gang of messages to Carl Froch and then deleted them before he could look at them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think Carl is not, he doesn't fancy people doing that type of shit. And I don't either. If you're going to say it, say it. Because Javante Tank Davis does the same shit. So, you know, the same energy you get for Davis, you should get for Joshua, and you should get for John. But I think John didn't edit it. I think whoever, you know, informed Boxing Social to edit it. Okay, so, you know, but nonetheless, you know, I'm pretty sure that Carl Froch is tired of people sending him shit or seeing something after the fact or not being able to see it in its entirety. Okay, so another thing, hey, he's like, hey, pipe down. You're not going to fight anyone. You ain't fought anyone in a long time, John. Theo Von called you out. He called you out and he let you know what was what, and you went silent. That's true. I remember that. I was sitting at my townhome, doing nothing, COVID season, sitting around, listening to He Said, She Said, listening to John Fury say I would die in the ring and I'll fight Theo Von, and then you saw Von throw a couple good punches. I guess that made John step back, and his excuse was, I didn't like the way my shirt looked, or how I looked without my shirt on. What the hell? Come on, man. Come on. How many times have you seen John Fury and his son, fat and bad built as they are, exposed to with their shirt off? Come on, bro. You really believe that? No. Okay. But back to Carl Froch telling him to pipe down. You don't want none of Carl Froch. Listen, he's telling him that in a nice way. This wasn't a blasting, like the title says, right? It wasn't like that. This is more like a diffusing one, but also an informative one. Like, John, I don't have nothing against you or your son. Bars. But don't come to me like you're going to step to me, because, bro, I'm in shape. I stay in shape. You look at Carl Froch, you think Carl Froch is not in shape? No, Carl Froch is in shape. Them cats, mid-40s, yeah, they, you know, and I'm going to be just like them. You know what I mean? That's why I'm getting to the gym, too. So, listen, but a former professional fighter letting John know, bro, you ain't fought nobody in your career. You don't have a career like mine. You don't know what it's like to be or to tangle with the Cobra, and you shouldn't. That would be very bad for you. 13 years, or is it 16? No, it's 13. 13 years difference, bro. That's a big difference, trying to fight someone that younger than you. Everything's different. You know, so please, pretty please, I don't want to fight you, but, you know, I'm the Cobra and I will. That's what Carl was saying. I will tap that ass for you if you come to me wrong and sideways. That's why I'm like, hey, this video is not to antagonize John. It was just to show John, like, look, I'm me and you're you. I'm younger, you are older. Okay? It's in my favor if you step to me physically. If you really want to come with some gangster shit. That's what Carl's saying. And Carl had to respond the way he is. I respect him for doing so. You guys tell me what you think of the Carl Froch response to Big John Fury with his threats that he will do something to Carl Froch if he sees him, when he sees him. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.
Peace!